What a Catch, Part 95, a Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction. If you have not heard the previous 94 parts of this story, you can find a link to them in the description box below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and comment down below in support of more fanfiction. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Marinette made her way back to the table, noting how Chloe traded places with her, so she avoided sitting both in front of and beside Nathaniel. Smart girl. They were able to dodge Sona's questions in the bathroom, but the woman was obnoxiously perceptive. "The salads came while you were away," Nathaniel noted, making eye contact. "Oh, thank you. Did you order for us?" Marinette asked. "You were looking at the burgers, and Chloe was looking at the fish entrees. I took a gamble." "Well, here's to hoping you're right," she said, reaching for her glass. Anxiety attacks sure had a tendency to make her thirsty. "So," Nathaniel shifted uncomfortably. "Small talk?" Marinette couldn't help but smile at his words. He owned up to the situation at hand, and it was nice to see that Nathaniel spent the last few years maturing as well. She couldn't help but notice him glance at his phone and sigh in frustration. "What's wrong?" she asked. "Sona." He ran his fingers through his hair, and all at once Marinette could see what Chloe found so appealing. "She bailed on me." "Oh, unfortunate." She glanced over to see Chloe shift uncomfortably, despite her poker face. The devil in her wanted to push the awkwardness forward, but she knew better. "So, Nathaniel," Marinette continued, "about the gala." "Yes?" "Do you know anyone there already?" "Do I know anyone?" He swallowed a chuckle. "We practically live together." "I beg your pardon?" "It's the fashion industry, Mare. If you don't know what the designer's BO smells like, are you even in the industry?" She laughed and nodded, understanding what he meant now. Her heart squeezed her chest as she wondered, for a moment, what it would be like if she hadn't dropped out of school. She'd have her degree and be one of those designers he talked about. She'd go to so many designer galas that she'd be tired of them. She'd be able to afford the wardrobe of her dreams, littered with designs of her own. She'd be designing for idols and movies. No. Marinette couldn't allow herself to think that way. Let bygones be bygones. She couldn't go back in time and change what happened, no matter what depression stole from her. Tiki helped a lot, but it wasn't as though she could see a PTSD counselor as Ladybug, secret identities and all that. Yet she couldn't help but be bitter about what her mask took away from her. Marinette sighed unintentionally, catching the attention of her company. She felt Chloe kick her from underneath the table and rolled her eyes. "Whoops." "What's wrong?" Nathaniel asked. "I'm just hungry," she lied. "So what's new in your life?" "Besides being bombarded with the demands of past classmates?" He unbuttoned his jacket, taking it off and setting it beside him. "Nothing much." She bit back a smile as she glanced at Chloe, who obviously melted at the sight of Nathaniel rolling up his shirt sleeves. It wasn't until she looked back that she gasped, quickly putting on a poker face to cover her surprise. The bracelet. Nathaniel had Master Fu's bracelet. It felt like someone stabbed her heart and, thanks to recent events, she realized that the pain must be from a missing memory. Surely there was a story behind Nathaniel having a miraculous. Surely Master Fu hadn't given it away. But then again, Marinette didn't know what happened to him. She hadn't talked to him or Waze in years. "I like your bracelet," Marinette said, controlling her breathing. "This? Thanks. I'm quite fond of it." "Where did you get it?" She watched him hesitate. "You know, I can't remember. It was a while ago." Was his hesitation from a distorted memory, or because he was carapace and didn't want to tell her? If it were the latter, it would be to their advantage, but there wasn't much she could do to make him tell her. "Well," Marinette said, "did you know that Chloe is Queen Bee?" He dismissed her comment immediately with a laugh. "Right, and I'm Ladybug." Marinette felt another kick under the table, but pressed on. "Her Kwame is awfully cute." "Her what now?" No bite. Maybe Adrien got to him too. Ugh. She needed to stop calling him that. Adrien would never do something like wipe a friend's memory. There was never a need for her to come up with an akumatized villain's name, as Hawkmoth always took care of that. So what should she call him? Whiteboard wouldn't work, even though he wiped people's memories like a slate. Wait a minute. White. Cat noir. Cat black. Whiteboard. White cat? Blanc cat? No, that didn't sound right. Cat Blanc? Marinette smiled to herself, knowing her partner would approve of that name. It didn't look like Nathaniel knew what a Kwame is, so either he is a miraculous holder and doesn't know it, or he got it for safekeeping and doesn't remember it. Either way, Cat Blanc, the akumatized version of Adrien, was sure to be involved. That, or Nathaniel's a world-class actor. It wasn't until she felt a fork stabbing into her shoulder that Marinette snapped back to reality. Chloe sent her a death glare and quickly went about changing the subject. "Oops." "I agree on the ice cream and chips," Nathaniel said. "I think it's a salty sweet thing." "Glad I'm not the only one. My secretary thinks I'm insane," Chloe said. "I think it's a guy-girl thing. Women seem to like it, but I only know, 2 other guys who enjoy it." Marinette was out of touch with whatever they were talking about, but she had bigger things on her mind. Even if Nathaniel didn't know he was a miraculous holder, she could use him. She just needed to figure out how. How could she get Nathaniel on their side without scaring him to the point of running away? Luckily for her, she'd never have to ask him to fight Cat Blanc with her. Nathaniel was one step ahead of her. Thank you so much for listening. Part 96 is on its way. In the meantime, you can check out these other videos for more fanfiction. I'll catch you next time.